Okay, so the haves and have-nots. This is my review on the third episode of the haves and have-nots. So let's just get right into it. I'm doing this review so I can go on. It might be a little bit short because I know that a couple of y'all have been saying that my videos are getting shorter. Well, I'm tired. You know, I'm trying to do these videos in between work and when I get off of work and before I go to work. And I'm doing this before I go to work. And I got like less than 20 minutes to get ready for work, so let me just go ahead and do this video and do what it do. So this episode starts off with the fact that Hannah is at the hospital still waiting on news about Benny. She finds out the bad news about the fact that he's on life support. They tells him that they may have to take him off the breathing machine simply because he's only being kept alive through the breathing machine. Hannah doesn't want to hear that shit. As a matter of fact, she doesn't want to hear it. She don't believe that shit. She believes that it's God's will. If he's gonna die, then it's gonna be on the Lord's time. It's not gonna be on her time. She's not gonna kill her son. She's not gonna take him out the breathing machine. She's gonna let him stay there, and when God wants him to leave, that's when he'll leave. But until then, she's not doing it. And then the next thing you know, Tony comes in and he finds out about the situation, and Tony is sitting up there like thinking about himself. Ashley tried to tell me that last week up under my video, but I wasn't trying to hear that simply because I can't stand Slavna. So I wasn't trying to hear nothing she had to say. But at the end of the day, Ashley was right. Tony is back into the situation as a selfish ass bastard. He finds out that this motherfucking boy is brain dead, probably won't even be able to live without the machines, and now he wants to use that to his advantage and trying to press Hannah into doing what's best for Benny. You know what I'm saying? What's best for him. And it's not really what's best for Benny, it's what's best for his motherfucking ass. And that's what the best part comes in. You know what I mean? So we get into Catherine. Catherine hasn't heard from Slavna at all. She has not heard from her. She don't know where she is. Every time she try to call her phone, she can't get in contact with her. And we all know that Celine is the reason why Catherine doesn't know what's going on. So Catherine asks Celine to call Slavna for her. And Celine keeps lying through her Pilar Lopez Fitzgerald Passions ass teeth, talking about, you know what I'm saying, I called her, she won't pick up, and, you know, trying to make Hannah out to be such a bad person, like she just blatantly ignoring this woman's phone calls, you know what I mean, when it's not even like that. You know, Celine just a dirty, low-down ass bitch, just a dirty, low-down burrito with a damn wig on. I can't stand that bitch. But, you know, she pretty much lies and try to make it seem like, you know, Hannah really don't, trying to paint Hannah as a motherfucking person that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it seem like she don't give a fuck about what's going on with Catherine and whatnot. So Catherine seems to see right through her bullshit and clocks the fuck out of her. And I just knew that Catherine was smarter than what we all gave her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I just know Hannah's not going to sit up there and let this bitch play her like that. And lo and behold, she did not let that bitch play her like that. She let it be known that she knew what the fuck was going on. And the fact is, you know what I'm saying, you can't play a fool. Catherine has been a fool for Jim for years. So what makes Celine think that she could play her? Then when Catherine called that bitch for, that was so motherfucking funny. Celine didn't even know what the fuck to do with herself. She didn't even know what the hell Catherine was talking about. She just knew that she got clocked. And then when she did call Slavna, it didn't go through, probably because her phone was dead. But Catherine knows that this is not like Slavna, it's not like her, and she knows that Celine is a dirty ass bitch with the fucking agenda. She knows that, and we all do. Catherine leaves class, and she sees that she's on her way to graduating and becoming a lawyer. She runs into Amanda's rapist slash professor, and he pretty much confronts Candace about how Amanda has been coming to his house, you know, terrorizing him and his family. He's ready for her to leave him alone. And Candace finds it funny and hilarious because of the simple fact, you raped this motherfucking girl, and you think that somebody's supposed to give a fuck about what the fuck she doing to you and your motherfucking family? Bitch, please. That might sound horrible as hell for me to say that, but I don't give a fuck what she do to your motherfucking ass because you raped her. You took it from her. You raped her and you made her go berserk. That's what the fuck you did, and you need to deal with that. You know what I mean? So, bye. But in the midst of it, he decides that he wants to give Candace a letter stating that she can graduate early and that she don't have to take any more courses and that she can graduate and become a lawyer early on. She takes the letter, but we don't know what she gonna do with it. So Catherine and Veronica meets this new girl that's working with Jim and David by the name of Maggie. She talks to them and it's pretty much certain that Catherine, no, Veronica likes this bitch. I didn't really care about the scene too fucking much, you know what I mean? But it was really funny seeing how Maggie was giving it to Catherine and Veronica and they don't like that bitch for nothing in the world. And I can't help but laugh. It is very funny. So Jafrida decides that he wants to come over to the house and ask Wyatt for his car. And Wyatt pretty much says that he was in an accident and that he left it on the side of the road. And Jafrida is pretty much confused about what the fuck he means by you left my car on the side of the motherfucking road. So then, you know what I'm saying? Jafrida starts going in. No, Jafrida said, well, is it okay? Is my car okay? Whatever. And then, you know, Jafrida goes in on him for, you know, falling off the wagon. And then that's when Wyatt decides that he wants to blame it on Jafrida because he lied about the situation with his ex-girlfriend. And I'm sitting up here like, you know, Jafrida did a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, you cannot blame him for your own misfortunes. You know what I'm saying? You decided that you wanted to get on drugs and you decided to get drunk and you the one that decided to get in the wheel of his car and steal his car and run somebody over. You the one that decided to do that. I don't give a fuck what Jafrida did because what Jafrida was doing was despicable and queeny and faggoty and as all motherfucking is. But at the end of the day, Jafrida is not the reason why you got on drugs. You're the reason why you got on drugs. You're the one who decided to do that. It was you, and you have to deal with that. So, then he want to say that Jafrida is the only friend he got. Boy. Anyway. So then Jim and David discuss Jafrida and Veronica. And Jim is pretty much pressing David about this whole situation with Wyatt. And he wants David to go the extra mile for him. But I'm saying that David is a damn fool and he's too much of a good friend to Jim. Because Jim was about to let Jafrida take the fall, but what the fuck his son did. I would not be helping him do shit. And then, you know, he wants him to call Jeffrey. Jafrida ain't got no phone because Miss Veronica turned his motherfucking phone off. So how the fuck can he get in contact with him, Jim? You don't even give a damn about what's going on with them. I'm very standing when it comes down to the fact that you are more so worried about your son. I understand that completely, but at the end of the day, have some motherfucking compassion for somebody else's life, bitch. Your son ain't the only one that's in turmoil right now. So is this man's son. And then when David told Jim that Jafrida was gay, he was like, finally. So it seems like everybody knew that Jafrida was gay except for Veronica and David, pretty much. So we get into David coming home looking for the files that he can't find, and Veronica walks in and they discuss Jafrida. And Veronica is not letting up on this. She's pretty much cut him off because of his lifestyle choice, and she's standing right by that shit. She don't give a fuck what David got to say about it, because at the end of the day, that's her son and she wants him to live the way that she wants him to live. And I just feel like Veronica is a stupid ass bitch for that. At the end of the day, that's your son. You putting your son out on the street, you cutting off his phone, you taking his money. I mean, being upset with him, that's one thing, but doing that is just dirty and low down. And what the fuck make you think that he would want to have anything to do with you after you done treated him the way that you did? If I was him, I don't want to have nothing to do with your motherfucking ass either. I wouldn't give a fuck if I did come from a rich family. I'd take my ass to McDonald's, get me and get that little check for about $6.25 or $7.25 or whatever else it is, and just do what it do with it. I don't give a damn, because of the simple fact you were wrong for that, Veronica. Like, you are really wrong for how you treat him, and then you expect for David to put him out on the street, and you expect for David to treat him like shit. I take my hat off to David, because he is a good man and he's going to stand by his motherfucking son. Veronica wrong for that, and all she's thinking about is herself and her own image, and she need to grow the fuck up out of that. And Jafrida need to read her points. So Michael visits Hannah in the hospital. He gives her flowers and he wants to check on her. His non-acting ass pretty much cries about what happened with his granddaughter, and he wants Hannah to come to the funeral. Hannah said that she's been thinking about coming to the funeral, but she's just been so wrapped up in her own mess with her own son, which is understandable. And Michael vows that they will find this person that killed his granddaughter and put Benny in a hospital, and he's gonna go and rot in hell for it. So then that's when Tony comes in and Michael leaves, and that's when Tony says that he's the next of kin as well, and he wants Benny off the life support machine and whatnot. And then Hannah goes the fuck off. Because of the simple fact, how the fuck you gonna tell her that she needs to take her son off the motherfucking life support machine? You ain't been there. As much as you are his next of kin, you are his black biological father, you ain't been there. But it's not your fault that you wasn't there because Slavner decided to keep you away from him. She did that. So that ain't nobody's fault but hers. But at the end of the day, that's wrong for you to be doing it. I understand that you got a kidney situation, but you wrong for that. You coming out very cruel and you doing it all the wrong way. And what the fuck make you think that Hannah want to help you with the way you coming out? It's like you don't give a fuck about Benny dying. So get the fuck out of here. All you give a fuck is about you. Then you said you taking it to a lawyer so they can do it? Oh no. I was on Team Tony's side because I couldn't stand Slavner, but at this point, I'm with Slavner on this. Tony, take your ass on. And that is my review of the I'm about to say the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The haves and the have-nots. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Mr_Still Standing Without the G. Follow me on Instagram at rebellious_Scotty, and follow and like my Facebook fan page. Just type in Team Scotty and then it'll pop up. I'm out of here, you guys. Peace, and I'm on my way to work.